Awesome. So welcome everybody, whether you're live or catching the replay, welcome to the Fat to Fit Blueprint. So this is going to be my last blueprint or my last webinar for this year, 2021. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to end this with a bang. I wanted to end this year with a big bang, because as you know, the whole point of these webinars, the whole point of our Facebook group is to provide you as much value as humanly possible, because let's face it, thanks to the media, thanks to random Instagram fitness influencers, thanks to our neighbors and Joe Blow across the street telling us all this information about what is appropriate within the diet culture, what we should be doing, how we should be working out, how much we should be eating, what we should be eating. And especially when you entangle all of this inside of a busy parent lifestyle, which is specifically for busy parents. So if you're watching this recording, FYI, if you're not a parent, this is probably not going to relate to you. But there is a whole lot of information being presented to us at 1,000,000 miles per hour. And it's hard to digest all of it and truly understand what in the world we are supposed to do to achieve a healthy lifestyle. Now, for most individuals, we have very simple goals. We have weight loss goals. We want higher levels of energy. We want to feel confident in our bathing suits, our bikinis, whatever. And then we want to feel confident for our spouses in the bedroom. We want to feel confident when we look at ourselves in the mirror and stop ignoring the mirror and stop looking down when we're in the bathroom or in the restrooms at the restaurants or whatever. The point is, this whole blueprint was designed to get you point A, where you're feeling all of those pain points that I just listed out for you. And this is going to be the bridge that gets you over to point B, that shows you what is possible and how you can actually achieve these goals in real, simple, tangible daily action steps, so you can stop this rat race of chronic dieting, cutting carbs, drinking shakes, running to GNC and buying these fat burners, trying all these things that the TV doctors tell us to do in the attempt to feel more confident in our bodies. Now, with all that being said, I'm going to build the bridge and show you how to get to point A to point B. So make sure you have your notepads ready, because there's going to be a lot of information thrown your way, because I'm literally going to throw you the blueprint that I use with my own paying clients that helps them accelerate their weight loss. So without further ado, here we go. Now, in the world that we live in, especially being as parents, one of the biggest problems that we see is this idea that January 1st comes, this New Year's resolution comes, or Monday comes, and magically it's going to be about, oh, new year, new me. I'm more motivated now. Well, here's the thing. Motivation is just an emotion. It comes and goes, just like anger, sadness, or joy. So we cannot really depend on motivation to get us by. It helps us with a good kick in the butt to get us started. But once we get started and we build that initial momentum of implementing healthy habits into our lives, we have to hop on that train and stay on that sucker while it rolls downhill. But how do you get that train started? Here's the thing. What I call the hierarchy of wellness. When Monday comes, when the New Year's resolution comes, when January 1st comes or whatever, people typically have it backwards, where they will automatically say, okay, I want to achieve weight loss. So what's the first thing I'm going to do? Go get a gym membership. And then what's the next thing they might do? They might purchase a meal prep service like HelloFresh or something. Or they might buy this generic nutrition blueprint for $10. Or they might just download MyFitnessPal and start tracking calories and listen to their recommendations on how many calories we should be consuming. Not that any of these activities that I just said are bad. It's just we have to understand that the human body is incredibly complex, and everybody needs a customized nutrition and training protocol that will fit their needs, their wants, their goals, their medical needs, their health needs, all in one. That is the missing piece of what people are. They're trying to achieve this in unrealistic at some point goal of achieving weight loss, having high energy, feeling attractive to their spouse, feeling confident in the bathing suit and in front of the mirror. But yet they're doing these random activities like I'm going to go walk on the treadmill. I'm going to buy this $10 nutrition template. And it's literally just a copy and paste formula that has been sent out to hundreds of thousands of other individuals. Now, it may work temporarily because anything can really work. Keto can work, intermittent fasting can work, counting calories can work, drinking shakes can work. All these things can work because they all share one common point of interest where they put you in a caloric deficit. And if you've been around for a little while, you know that the whole thing, if you were to break down weight loss, and you've probably heard this on TV or on Instagram or somewhere, if you want to lose weight, it's about calories in versus calories out. Basically, that just means we have to be conscious of the food that's going in our mouth, which are calories, and notice the level of activity or the calories that we're burning throughout the day. And we have to make sure we're burning more than we're taking in. But there's a hiccup with that idea, because if it was as simple, if weight loss was as simple as calories in versus calories out, which by the way, I'm not disputing, there's enough science out there that shows for any type of weight loss to occur, you have to be in a caloric deficit. I'm not arguing that point. But if it was that simple, why does the obesity rates keep going up year after year as the fitness industry keeps making more money, as the supplement industry makes more money, as there's more fitness gurus making more money than ever before? So as all these things in the health and wellness community build up, the obesity rate and the autoimmune disease and the medical conditions and people's overall health is decreasing, but all the autoimmune diseases, obesity increases. So that tells us there's probably not an activity issue. There's probably not a food issue. Like something larger is at play here. So with that understanding, where the heck do we start? Because at this point, if you're watching this, you've probably been like, I believe that it's all about eating less and moving more, but yet now I have this guy telling me it's not about that, or maybe there's a big disclaimer asterisk mark by that phrase. I'm not saying eat less, move more is not a great point of advice. The problem is everything works some of the time. Keto works some of the time, intermittent fasting works some of the time, fat burners might work some of the time. But here's the thing, and this is the first point that I want you guys to write down. The human body is incredibly smart. It is incredibly smart at adapting to the stimulus and the habits that we present it. So with that understanding, if our bodies adapt to the keto, the counting calories, if it adapts to the intermittent fasting, if it gets used to the fat burners, if it gets used to all this and the metabolism begins to slow down or down regulate, what are you going to do then? Because then 6 months down the road, you're going to come to me, you're going to go to another personal trainer, a nutritionist, an RD, anybody that's licensed in the industry. You're going to go to them with your frustration and saying, I've hit a plateau. I'm eating healthy. I hear this all the time from parents. I'm eating healthy, but the scale's not going down. I'm exercising 5-6 days a week, but the scale's not going down. I'm drinking a ton of water, Taz, but the scale's not going down. Like, what in the world? Like, I'm doing everything right. Why is the scale not going down? That's because everything works some of the time. So that is why everybody needs a customized protocol. And if you're not getting that, if you're just buying Joe Blow's template for $10 off of Instagram, it's going to work for the first couple of weeks until your body adapts to it. And then what are you going to do? Go buy another template for another $10? Here's the thing, and I want you to write this one down too. Random actions lead to random results. You need a periodized, customized, tailored approach. Say that 5 times fast. In all reality, let's get to the juice of this conversation. In all reality, when you run to the gym, get your gym membership on January 1st, you buy that $10 nutrition template, you're actually doing things backwards in the reverse order. Let me explain. In the hierarchy of wellness, now there will be people in the industry that have a different opinion on this. And you can make a great argument why nutrition is king in the industry. And I used to be that guy that says, you can't outtrain a bad diet or a poor diet. And nutrition's king, it's 80-20. But without even realizing it, before I got really in depth with reading scientific analyses and different research studies and doing my own case studies with my own clients, here's the thing. I've seen individuals have the perfect nutrition protocol and an excellent workout template, and they still don't get results. And it's because of this one factor right here. In the hierarchy of wellness, the king, the number one top spot, if you want to accelerate your weight loss starting today, not on January 1st, but today, you need to improve your sleep quality and you need to manage your stress. Now, hold on, because there's going to be a lot of people listening and say, oh, that's too simple. Oh, come on, Taz. I jumped on here to get the juice. I jumped on here to get the secret hacks. There's your secret hack. You take somebody that is following a healthy nutrition protocol and a great exercise template, and you just tell them to get 7 hours of sleep a night, their weight loss is going to accelerate because that's how our bodies change. Our bodies don't change throughout the day. Our bodies change when we're asleep, when we're recovering. Sleep is crucial to growth and to progress in regards to all areas of health, but very specifically weight management. So here's the thing. How do you apply this to parents? Because this is a question I get asked all the time. Parents' number one complaints or their biggest obstacles that I get, number one is time. Number two is they just have low energy, and a lot of that goes back to sleep. We simply introduce more sleep or a higher quality of sleep with individuals, no matter how much total time that they're getting, and their energy instantly within about 72 hours skyrockets. I'm not joking. After 11 years in the industry, I am supplying just facts based on our own clientele after 11 years in the industry and testing this on hundreds of individuals. But here's the tricky part. As a parent, and especially as somebody with a 3-year-old that has experienced nightmares and they're afraid of the dark, and as parents, we're constantly interrupted throughout the night. So the chance of getting a high quality, or I should say a high quantity amount of sleep without interruptions, probably not realistic, at least until our kids get older. And then even then it might be stressful because you're wondering where the kids are at all times of the night, but whatever, that's a separate conversation. But what I tell my parents that are struggling to get a high amount of quality sleep is, listen, it's not about, you can make an argument that yes, you need 6, 7, preferably 8 hours of sleep per night. But even if you're getting 4 or 5 hours, focus on getting high quality levels of sleep. That means priming your body before bed. What does priming your body before bed mean? That basically means you, through different actions and habits, you telling your body that it's time to rest and relax. Because as parents, we're always in a heightened stress of anxiety and just overall stress because we're responsible for 10 million different things. So when it is time for us to go to sleep, we're so freaking wired. We're tired and wired. That's where the phrase comes from. We're tired and wired from the stress of the day, and our bodies just can't seem to settle down. So here's the thing. This is how you prime your body. Get your notepads ready. You have to come up with a sleep routine that works for you. Now, I can give you suggestions. What I tell people is, obviously, have your goal of when you want to be in bed, whether it's, let's just say 10 p.m. If your goal is to be in bed by 10 p.m. so that gets you 6, 7 hours of sleep or whatever, about 2 hours, so at 8 o'clock, that's when you need to start priming yourself. So that means dimming the lights in your house, start slowly shutting off lights, because our bodies resonate light with awake, alertness. But if everything starts to get dark, like you can, like I throw in the suggestion all the time where, what do we do on a rainy day? typically we're lower energy and we're more lethargic on rainy days because it's dark, it's cloudy. Our bodies naturally want to rest in darkness. So around 8 p.m., about 2 hours before bedtime, dim the lights, shut off the lights, try to do your best with reducing screen time just because of the blue light exposure. There's plenty of scientific analysis that have shown how that can stimulate your stress hormones and create that sense of tired and wiredness. So if you do watch TV, wear blue light blocking glasses, or if you have a smart TV that has a nice menu features that my TV does, I can actually take the blue light exposure and turn it all the way off on my TV. So it's actually a cool feature. You just have to look in the menu for that specifically. But other things include journaling, just sitting down and resting, taking a warm shower, doing about 10 minutes of yoga or deep stretching just to calm yourself, do some prayer, do some deep breathing exercises. All these things start to prime our bodies to let them know, hey, it's time to calm down. And then afterwards, when it starts to get about 30 minutes before bed, you can do things like use an oil diffuser and put some lavender oil in it. Lavender has been shown to relax us and de-stress us. You can take a sleepy time tea that has chamomile in it with some honey, and that will calm you down. You can start laying in bed as opposed to just walking and running around your house, doing cleaning activities and all this stuff. And then when it's time at that 10 p.m., shut things down. Go into prayer, do some listen to the Calm app. That's a big one with my clients. And little before you know, I literally had a conversation with somebody else that does this with her clients, where this coach tells them to turn on a white noise machine, or you can actually download the Calm app or the Abide app, Abide, A-B-I-D-E, and you can listen to this calming waterfall sound as you go into like this deep meditated state. And literally, she says you can fall asleep within under 10 minutes. So all those are nice little tricks or hacks to improve your sleep quality, even if it's not just 4 hours. Even if it's just 4 or 5 hours, you're going to get a greater quality of sleep. And then I guarantee you it's going to accelerate your weight loss because your stress hormones are not raging out of control, your adrenal glands are not being taxed out, and thus your body can run efficiently. Now, that was point number one. Point number two, this is where nutrition comes in. So as everybody come the new year, they're focused on exercise one, nutrition second, or somewhere around that criteria. This is where nutrition comes into play. Now, there's two subcategories of the nutrition world. It's the food quality, how much you eat, and the food quantity, how much you eat, and then the food quality, the overall nutrient density of the food that we eat. So you have to focus on both. And it can be a little tricky as a parent, but hear me out. Going back to the obstacles that parents face, one of the number one things, due to the lack of time that we have, it's unrealistic to expect parents to go into the kitchen and do 6 hours worth of meal prepping every Sunday after church. It's just not realistic, especially when we got kids, we're trying to do date nights or whatever. So what do we do? The good news is you can absolutely eat healthy even when you're on the run around having convenience-based foods. It is absolutely possible, and I've done it, and this is what I teach with my own clients. As parents, we're all looking for convenience. So typically parents will run to the Starbucks drive-through, they'll go to McDonald's, they'll go to Chick-fil-A, they'll go to all these places that necessarily don't offer the best quality of food, even though they do have healthier options. So I know somebody's going to watch this and be like, but Chick-fil-A is healthy. Kinda, but that's a conversation for another day. So when I tell parents, one, with all the healthy options that we have around us, if you're searching for convenience and you have to go to a fast food joint, why don't you go to Chipotle? Why don't you go to Tijuana Flats? Why don't you go to Panera Bread? If you do go to Chick-fil-A, why don't you get their grilled chicken nuggets? Why don't you go to Chili's and get a steak and broccoli? Like, you can do all these things that save you time, but they're healthier options, and they include foods that have higher levels of vitamins and minerals that are going to increase your energy. It's going to reduce your waist size, and it's going to have you waking up every single day feeling really freaking good. So that's number one. If you try to convince me as a coach to say, oh, I'm going to McDonald's out of convenience, I'm going to say the same time that you go to McDonald's and the same time that it takes for you to drive through the window, pick what you want, order something for the kids, process the payment, wait for the car in front of you, go through, get the bag, do the payment, check the food in the bag, make sure everything's good. While that entire time that you spent in that Starbucks or McDonald's drive-through, it would have been faster just to make a protein smoothie at home. So realistically, the argument for convenience is out the window. There is no excuse on planet Earth that anybody can give me after 11 years in the industry of doing this and talking with hundreds of individuals on a weekly, monthly, yearly basis. There is no excuse that a parent can come to me and say, I can't eat healthy. If money is a factor, then guess what? How many times can you go to 7-Eleven or your local gas station and you pick up that $1 bag of chips as opposed to the two for $1 deal on the bananas? Like, come on. Like, let's have a real conversation here. You're eating the chips because you want to eat the chips. You're eating the sausage, egg, and cheese thing from McDonald's because you want it. So we have to figure out where our priorities are at. If your priorities are really on weight loss, increasing energy, getting into that smaller jean size, fitting in that bikini, feeling sexy for your husband, feeling sexy for your wife, whoever, then you got to make smarter choices. And it comes down to just daily decision making. We are faced with thousands of decisions every single day, and we are facing 10,000 temptations every single day. And this is why I tell parents, focus on just getting the wins. Focus on getting the quick wins. Write this one down, because this is going to take that 100-pound boulder that you're feeling on your shoulders of trying to achieve this perfect nutrition protocol out the window. So every single morning when I wake up, I focus on where can I get a quick win before the negative thoughts can come on in, before I start thinking about all the stressors of the day. I simply roll out of bed and I say, where can I get a quick win? Whether that's drinking a glass of water, taking my vitamins, dropping down and doing 10 push-ups, doing some stretching, doing some journaling, doing a prayer session. Just what are some quick activities that you can do to get a win under your belt that will motivate you to stick with those healthy habits moving forward for the rest of the day? I guarantee you guys, this has been a game changer in my life. And I literally just wrote about this in a newsletter earlier today. This is a game changer for people, because you'd be amazed how much we are motivated when we are getting that dopamine drip, that feel-good hormone constantly going in our body every time we do a check mark for something that we've achieved. Whether it's take your vitamins, check. I did 10 squats, check. I drank a glass of water, check. All these things add up, just like investments. All these little deposits over time add up to something greater several years down the road. So with that being said, we know we need to sleep better, and I provided you the blueprint on how to maximize the quality of your sleep. I've told you about the nutrition and how to maximize your food quality. And another hot tip that I want to provide, just so I can be as thorough as possible so nobody has room for error. If you guys need a grocery store cheat sheet, just write me a message on Facebook or drop a comment after this replay. But if you guys are wondering what food to actually buy at the grocery store, I have a complete breakdown that I can send you in a PDF. So it takes the guessing out. But remember, our goal at the end of the day is have as much fresh foods as possible. If you're struggling with time and you don't have time to prep your meals like the most of us, like guys, full transparency, I haven't done proper meal prepping in 3 years since our daughter was born. Like, I don't cook. I do very minimal cooking. And I just got blood work done a year ago, and my doctor was like, "Whoa, you're looking good." Thanks, doc. So you don't have to live in the kitchen. But guess what? We all know what we should be eating. Like, it's not, I don't think I'm going to be causing any brain aneurysms when I say, hey, put down the burger, eat an apple, or hey, go eat a side salad, or hey, why don't you go eat some eggs? Why don't you drink a protein shake? Why don't you drink water? Why don't you eat some oatmeal with some blueberries in it? Like, none of this is like groundbreaking. We know what we should eat. It's just we don't do it. And all of these are very cheap, convenience-based foods. You can buy oatmeal packets that you can put in a bowl, microwave in 60 seconds. Throw some cinnamon on there, boom, you're good to go. You can have these little Orchard Valley 100-calorie nut packs where you can just take with you on the go. You have rotisserie chickens that are ready and hot meals. You just walk into your convenience store, grab a rotisserie chicken, mix it up with some microwavable rice. Boom, there's a meal right there. You got your steamable veggie packs. You can add that to a meal. Boom, there's your veggies. Grab an apple, grab some berries, eat a handful of them. Boom, you got your fruit in for the day. Like, it's very simple and it doesn't take time. When we're running around to 10 million different areas, grab a beef jerky stick, grab a protein bar, grab an apple, grab a Greek yogurt, grab a to-go fruit pouch. Like, all these things are very tangible. There's no reason why we can't do them. We just got to be disciplined enough to do them. So that takes care of nutrition. And just as one more point, if you want to maximize or accelerate your weight loss, and I've talked about this before, please, please, please focus on your protein levels. Please. The standard Western individual within the Western culture it's very high in carbs and fats. Not that these should be demonized. Carbs and fats play the role in the human body. Carbs are great for energy and thyroid health and overall muscle recovery, and fats are great for hormone production and energy as well. So we need them. But where Americans and just the entire Western civilization, really where they're falling short is protein consumption. If we focus on every single meal that we have, maximizing the portion of protein on the plate, whether it's fish, tofu, eggs, shrimp, tilapia, salmon, grass-fed beef, all these little things, ground turkey, ground chicken, lamb, all these things help stimulate our metabolism, or should I say protein. Out of the three main macronutrients, protein, carbs, and fats, protein stimulates the metabolic rate the most. Whereas carbs do a tiny bit, fats do little to none. So this is why, if you want fast results, I guarantee you, download MyFitnessPal. Here's another tip. Download MyFitnessPal, track what you're eating for 3 to 5 days, and just see what the average is like. You can see an average view on MyFitnessPal. And I guarantee you most individuals are consuming like 40, 50, 60, 70 grams of protein a day. And in all reality, it should be 100 plus. And within that first 2 weeks, we really start to see people, their metabolism skyrockets. They're trading out fat tissue for lean muscle mass. Their energy is improved. Their performance in the gym is improved. They're noticing their waistline is thinning out. All thanks to sleep, protein, eating the right healthy foods that are filled with vitamins and minerals. All right, moving on. The third big topic on how you're going to get to where you need to be: exercise. Here's a big one, and this is where a lot of note-taking has to take place. A lot of the times we have this idea as parents, especially if you're just a novice in the world of fitness. In the world of fitness, there's cardio and then there's resistance training. We have to stop with walking on the treadmill aimlessly. One of the biggest things that I see individuals do, parents or non-parents, when they want to achieve weight loss and they've never done any personal training, they've never touched a dumbbell in their life. They're scared of the weights because they don't want to injure themselves, and rightfully so. They just do what's comfortable for them. So immediately you get that gym membership on January 1, and what do? You walk to the stair climber, you walk to the elliptical, you do a bike ride, or you walk on the treadmill, something very easy. And I'm not going to demonize those because at the end of the day, those burn calories, which is what we want. But remember, I am speaking to parents specifically in this training video. So for parents who live incredibly busy lives and 10 million responsibilities, if we're going to do anything, we might as well do it the right way. And if we're committing to an activity, we might as well maximize that opportunity. Make sense? Cool. So that means giving up the treadmill, giving up the bike, giving up the elliptical, and get comfortable with doing resistance training. What is resistance training? That's training your body through body weight exercise. That's lifting weights. That's doing the circuit equipment at the gym. It's doing any type of additional weight or point of resistance and applying it to the human body. We have to get comfortable with doing these movements. If you're not comfortable, as a disclaimer, hey, listen, get a personal trainer, at least temporarily, so you can learn the movement patterns so you don't injure yourself. And if you're tight on money, can't afford a gym membership, whatever, cool. Buy a $10 pair of resistance bands on Amazon. Or if you're really dirt poor, just train with your body weight. Technically, your body has weight, it has resistance. If you go do a lunge or you do a squat, you're moving weight. That is going to accelerate your weight loss a lot faster than cardio because resistance training helps break down muscle fibers and it helps create an additional muscle mass or lean muscle tissue improvements or gains. Now, for a lot of the women that will watch this, you'll say, I don't do resistance training or I don't want to do a lot of it because I'm afraid I'll look like a bodybuilder. Listen, unless you're taking drugs and steroids and you're lifting 7-8 times a week, boo-boo, you're fine. You're not going to come out after a couple months of doing 2-3 weightlifting workouts per week and automatically look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like, stop. But we do need to get comfortable with resistance training because it's going to tone you up. It's going to eliminate that fat tissue. And because of that additional lean muscle tissue that your body's holding on to, it's going to accelerate your metabolic rate. This is the trick. It's similar. Resistance training is very similar to protein, where the more lean muscle tissue that we gain, it will stimulate our metabolism that much more, thus accelerating your weight loss progress. So protein, resistance training, sleep. Big 3 right there. Now, staying in the world of fitness, once again, here's the time issue. Where are you going to fit in a workout? Well, here's the thing, and this is a fun little study that I share with everybody. And this is available on PubMed's website if you ever want to take a look at it yourself. These scientists took 2 test groups. One set of individuals, similar weight, similar nutrition protocol. They were very similar in everything else. The only difference was one test group did a consistent 60-minute workout per day uninterrupted. And then the other test group did it in blocks, or they took that 60-minute workout and they sliced it up into like 10 or 15-minute increments, and they did it throughout the day. Now, as busy parents, and I can say that, well, let me back up. The 2 test groups, let me share you the results. The individuals that took the sliced workouts, they saw similar weight loss results as the test group that consistently stayed in the workout for 60 to 90-minute workouts. So that tells us that the length of a workout or doing it uninterrupted probably doesn't matter that much. Now, granted, there's more studies that need to be done. That test could fall by the wayside 20 years from now when more studies and more testing has been done. But as of right now, today of the filming of this video, you can do short little workouts or short little bursts of activity throughout the day, and you're still going to see progress with your weight loss. So for busy parents, y'all have a lunch break, right? At some point you do. Stand up, go for a walk, stand up, do 10 squats, join a push-up challenge, join a plank challenge. Do something to get your body moving. Do some lunges, do some bear crawls, do some crunches or sit-ups, do some bicep curls, anything that is technically in the world of resistance training. You can do these throughout the day, and it's going to help you in the long run. You don't have to live inside of a gym. So during this training, we've taken the time factor out of damn near everything, and we've taken out the excuse for convenience-based unhealthy foods or eating unhealthy foods for the sake of convenience. We've taken those two biggest obstacles that parents face, we've taken them off the table, and we said, nah, we're done with them. Now it just comes down to discipline. So in the hierarchy of wellness, remember, we have sleep, we have nutrition, and we have exercise. And I've shared with you the exact blueprint that we use with our own paying clients. We focus on their food quality and quantity. We change up their shit foods for healthier, convenience-based foods, stuff that you can grab on the go, beef jerky, apples, side salads, turkey pinwheels, protein bars, protein shakes, Greek yogurts, hard-boiled eggs, rotisserie chickens, all these little things. And we've maximized their sleep. We told them to sleep more. And if they can't sleep more, let's get a sleep effect going on. And then let's focus on maximizing the sleep quality through doing essential oils, reducing screen time, increasing the darkness of the room, taking a hot shower, doing yoga. These are all things that you can do to maximize your sleep. And then what's left with the gym? If you want to accelerate your weight loss, stop doing cardio, start lifting some weights, even if it's your own body weight. Start doing workouts, period, even if they're sliced up into 10-minute increments. Stand up from your desk, because that burns twice as many calories as opposed to sitting. So stand up versus sitting. Go for walks on your lunch breaks or in the early morning. Go walk your dogs. Get the activity in. It doesn't have to be this crazy strict regimen where we live in the kitchen meal prepping and we live in the gym and we have to follow these complex protocols. Now, I do agree, and I will make an argument that the majority of individuals should be on a tailored program, no pun intended, because my name's Taylor, if you didn't know. Most individuals need to be on a tailored program because they have different medical conditions, goals, different ages, heights, weights, genders. There's, just 10 there's multiple factors that come into play when determining somebody's nutrition protocol and training protocol. It's not as simple as just going to Google, going to some random Joe Blow influencer's website and buying their $10 workout package. Like I said, everything works some of the time until our bodies adapt to it. And then what are you going to do? Remember to write this down. Random planning leads to random results. So be sure to follow this exact blueprint because it will accelerate your weight loss. And none of this is super complex where you can't start it today. All the excuses are gone. I've literally given you our entire business model and our tips, tricks, and hacks, and I've handed it to you on a silver platter. If you don't get results, well, one, are you taking the action steps? And two, if you are taking the action steps and you're still not seeing progress on the scale, then there's probably an underlying factor and you need to get in contact with us or get in contact with another health professional that can guide you along the way to troubleshoot those issues. Because I will say this, if you've been chronic dieting for a while, then more than likely there's some underlying medical issues that are going to affect the overall rate of your weight loss, because stress does play a huge factor in weight loss. If you've been chronically dieting, if you've been chronically under eating, if you've been chronically working out, if you're under a lot of stress due to work, life, bills, and you're not getting enough sleep to recover from those daily stressors, more than likely, one, it's probably not a good time for you to go on a diet. And two, if you do go on a diet, you'll probably see minimal results. The first week or two, you're probably going to see weight loss in regards to water weight or backed up waste product that you eliminate. It's not going to be fat tissue, which is what all we want. So if you are suffering from those concerns, be sure to reach out to us directly, either at coachtaz.com or find me on Facebook just by searching for Taylor Rodriguez or Coach Taz. So that being said, I want to thank everybody for tuning into this video. This is freaking awesome. I am super, super excited that we're able to deliver this blueprint for you. I wanted to end this year with a bang, but that's not it. I'm not done. For everybody that checks out this video, for y'all live tonight, and for those in the future that are watching this recording, if you found these tips awesome, if you would like additional help, then I encourage you to reach out to our team, because we have a special offer that we want to extend to you to even help you and guide you and provide you that extra motivation and accountability that you've been seeking to accelerate your weight loss and to finally get you into that jean size that you've been wanting to fit into, to finally get you from point A to point B, from person that's scared and they hate what they see in the mirror to the person that is confident inside the bedroom with their spouse. We want to help hold your hand and get you over that bridge to point A, from point A to point B, the fastest route possible. And that's where our programming comes into play. So for everybody to watch this, be sure to reach out to us. Let us know that you watch this either live or through the replay, so we can extend to you the very special offer. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video and tuning into us. I know this was kind of a lengthy one, but like I said, I wanted to provide you value. And I don't think anybody can argue that this was a lot of value. So now you've been given the tools, you've been given the keys to the kingdom. Now it's on you. Let's get the fucking work. I love y'all. I'll talk to you soon. Peace out.